Is this Corbynism make or break? I'm here at Labour Party conference. There's a massive socialism sign behind me. Maybe that's Britain's future. It might not be Britain's future though, and the other alternative is, for everyone here, extremely bad. So is this the last stand? Is this, if you like, the moment when Corbynism finally meets its nemesis, or is a new Britain being born right here in Brighton? Sum up the atmosphere. What's going on?
People are talking about socialism, and it's quite nice that we have 12 red flags here. A lot of radical ideas.
Again! I'm smashing it! If I'm now Labour and you're the Tories, this is a great foreshadow.
Why am I a Tory?
Well, because you lost. Look at this. This is cosy.
People's spirits seem to be really high. You know, everyone's talking to everyone else, and you know, there's a real sense of camaraderie amongst everyone here.
This is quite the outfit. Come on.
I know I like to campaign for Jeremy Corbyn because he inspired me that change is within reach, you know what I mean?
Is this do or die for anyone on the left?
I think, to be honest, we've had for years people saying on the doorstep, oh, you're all the same. Well, it couldn't be further from the truth now. No one can say we're all the same anymore. So I think there is a real big choice about the privileged at the top, taking everything for them, laughing at the rest of us, or investing in real communities and giving people a real choice and a real future.
So Labour are going to do it?
Yeah, we're going to smash it.
Oh, wow, smash it.
Yeah.
Literally, what you can see is the background there.
Wow, so that was Tory?
That was Tory,
so
yeah.
It's not Tory anymore, you're the MP for it?
Yes. It was originally 500 majority for the Conservatives, and now it's 9,500 majority for me.
That's huge!
Yeah.
Do you think in the coming election, in your constituency, will that momentum be continued? Do you think... Oh, you're frowning at me. What? Don't frown.
I mean, I hope it will be continued. All the polls show that me keeping my seat, but on a small margin.
So this is Navarro, we're backstage, and I'm actually really scared because I've got to go on stage in front of a very sweaty, drunken crowd and humiliate myself even more than normal with Ed Miliband, who's just over there.
So you didn't get to experience chaos with Ed Miliband after 2015. Sir, a bit louder, please. Bit louder. Thank you very much.
So narrowly avoided chaos with Ed Miliband. Is it close call though, wasn't it?
It was. Couldn't have been any worse, could it? Let's be honest. I don't know whether David Cameron's been asked, would it have been better if I'd won the election? I'm told by some people around me that some of his staff have occasionally said it would have been better if Ed had won.
The competitive spirit is alive and well.
I'm addicted to chaos with Ed Miliband.
Right, okay.
We're going to have an election. It's going to be quite a consequential election, I would say.
Yeah.
What are the stakes?
I think the stakes are incredibly high, but I think Brexit will obviously be a big issue at the election. But I think part of our task as a party is to remind people that this won't just be an election about Brexit. It will be an election about who governs Britain for the next 5 years.
It's make or break, isn't it? This
Absolutely, absolutely. This conference is a sort of an example to me of how we're going back to original Labour principles, because Blair took it away from.
So in 2017, during the election campaign, huge numbers of people inspired, energised. Some would say that magic's not going to come back. Corbyn mania has peaked, and are they ever going to bring back the love that they had? I mean, help me out here. You know what I mean?
Here's why I don't think that's the case, and here's why I think not only is the love going to come back, but it's going to exceed what we saw in 2017. When the choice is stuck, and when it's Boris Johnson versus Jeremy Corbyn for the future of the country, and when that choice is presented to people of socialism or barbarism, I am sure that they're going to pick a future we can all believe in.
Pretty snazzy, come on.
We're the same size.
I know, look at that. What do you think about Brexit then? What's your take?
Cut this.
Not interested, is she? Oh, we're not allowed to use guide dogs for Brexit purposes. So that's a shame. So Brexit's been debated this afternoon. You're very clear Labour needs to support a Remain position. Yeah. So people go, what about the Leave seats? How are Labour going to win them over? How are they going to keep the seats they've got? What do you say to them?
Unfortunately, there are a few seats where they just don't like Labour. And I think that, the other thing, let's be honest, there's a man in there, Jeremy Corbyn, they don't like him either. What you cannot do in an election is say, I've got this position, but by the time you've taken a breath for but, they've shut the door. So I just think that
But
we're
Ronald
gonna
Reagan always said, like to quote him, when you're explaining, you're losing. Is that what you're worried about?
It's not just explaining; it's a long breath. Let's try it. Let's practice it. We'll give you a vote, so it'll be up to you. Okay, but what are you going to vote, mate? Oh, well, I'm going to vote Remain. But there's another guy who knocked on the door earlier from your party who says he's going to vote Leave. So what's the point?
And in order to win an election, we've got to win a whole number of the Tory Leave seats. And I'm absolutely emphatic, and I've said it all along, if we move to be a Remain party, then we cannot and we will not win an election. It's as simple as that.
So it's all kicking off, Brexit today on the conference floor. Which way do you want it to go today?
I'm incredibly on the fence.
You're going to back Remain.
Yes.
Are you worried about Leave voting areas and how Labour can win them if
I
Labour
am.
backs that?
Yeah, I'm not trying to be flippant about it. I understand that those people, they vote for a whole host of reasons for Brexit. They feel left out, forgotten, just left on the margins of society, really, and that really does concern me. But I'm just a firm believer in Remain because I think the best deal is the one that we currently have with the EU.
So you're in the same delegation, but
Yeah.
you've got a different view on this.
Yeah, so I support the leadership's position.
Which is to stay neutral but support a referendum and Remain on the
I
ballot.
don't think we should commit ourselves to be a fully Remain party because we're going to alienate a lot of voters that we need to win over, a lot of core areas that used to be Labour.
Whether in this government or the next, put it to the people.
Here he is, straight off the speech, tub-thumping stuff.
Wow.
So, there's about to be an election.
Yes.
If you support Remain or Leave, why should you vote Labour?
Because if you vote Remain, if you want Remain, you're going to get a referendum, and you can make your case for Remain, and then we can Remain, which is fantastic. If you voted Leave and you want to transform the country and actually deal with all those underlying causes, Labour's the only party that's going to do it. So, either way, you can vote Labour.
It's like being constantly heckled, isn't it? With you can't talk about anything else, you're being heckled with this. But hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens after this conference, and maybe we'll be able to talk about things we once cared about, like poverty in the NHS.
I hope so.
Right, so we have passed, I think, the most radical motion on private schools the Labour Party has ever had yesterday.
What's happening? What's happening to them?
Right, well, I think the most important thing actually for us is that this has committed Labour to the principle of abolishing private schools. The fees at Eton are £40,000 a year, double the average salary of the families that children that I teach in Newham. And I do really think, I know a lot of Year 9 students that I was teaching this morning do a much better job of running the country than Boris Johnson would.
The Supreme Court has unanimously ruled that Parliament has not been prorogued.
So in the latest instalment of Britain is having a totally normal one, the Supreme Court, of course, has just ruled that Boris Johnson shutting down Parliament was against the law. So that explodes this already quite surreal conference. And who even knows what happens now? I'm going to try and find out, but... Woo! Supreme Court!
Stressful. I'm slightly upset though because we only had a ticket for Wednesday for Corbyn's speech and it's been changed to today.
That's what happened.
But other than that, very pleased with the result.
Boris Johnson, he wrecks the law and he wrecks your conference. Who does he think he is?
I know, it's so unfair.
Should he resign?
Yeah. He should have resigned 10 years ago just from being a person.
Being a person.
WTF?
WTAF, I would say.
Yeah.
What does it all mean?
I just think it's like we're not in Kansas anymore. I think everything is upside down, and who knows where we go from here.
Oh my God, I mean, well, what these judges have said is you've lied to Her Majesty, you've torn up the constitutional settlement that we've all kind of become accustomed to. Parliament is not prorogued, and so we're going back to work tomorrow.
So that question, is this make or break for the Corbyn project in the coming election? And the answer, of course, is yeah. This is its greatest and most existential challenge, and with a hard right, hard Brexit government, which is at war with democratic rights and freedoms and threatening to take this country off a cliff, the Corbyn project's success or failure is not just about the future of the left, it's about what happens to the future of this country.